Hey y'all. So it's been a minute since I've had a sit down like this. And I am just coming straight off the dome, but I wanted to talk a little bit about um, how to know if a man is pursuing you. Because feel like that sometimes we as women, um, we may be a little unclear on what that looks like, especially if there is someone who is maybe consistent in our lives, um, or just a nice person or whatever the case may be. um, but here's some things that I've discovered for myself personally. um, Number one, a man who is pursuing you for committed monogamous relationship, long-term relationship, i.e., leading to marriage. Um, the one thing that he's going to do is not only come into your world, but he's going to bring you into his. He will not only come into your world, he will bring you into his. If a man is not bringing you into his world, I don't care how much he's calling you. I don't even care how much he's, quote, taking you out. Because some of y'all are not even getting taken out on dates. You're just getting uh, the hookups. He's coming over to your house and y'all doing whatever y'all doing. He's not even taking you out, being seen with you in public. Okay. That's just a whole nother conversation. But he will actually bring you into his world, his life. um, you will meet family and friends. Now, here's a caveat in terms of meeting family and friends. There are some men who will bring multiple women around their family and friends. They'll bring women to the family gatherings or whatever, because in their mind, they're just having a date. They're just having female companionship and maybe something else a little later on. So for some men, it doesn't have the weight of, oh, he's introducing her to the family. Okay. There's been plenty of times in my own family, somebody would be bringing a woman around, and of course we're nice to her and all this kind of stuff, but we know he had another female there a couple of weeks before that. Okay. So you can't put the complete weight on that, but I will say that a man that wants that type of relationship with you, he is going to expose you to the most important people to him, which is family and close friends. Okay. um the other thing is, he will be intentional about getting to know you. Intentional. He will not just want to have surface level conversations. He will genuinely be asking questions that will be more discovery in nature. How you think, your perceptions, your opinions, how you process things. That's what he's trying to get to know. What your life is like, what your desires are. Okay. Now, again, um, you want to make sure you have the foundation that this is a stand-up guy in the first place, because we know that there's all kinds of people out here. Some people are genuinely playing games and they know how to hook a woman in, which is why you have to have discernment. Discernment means that you're not just looking at things on a surface level, or what the person is saying to you or seemingly presenting, that there is a deeper level, even spiritually, that you are picking up on, that you're picking up on the person's character. Okay. I think that something that sends a lot of us women off, and I'll specifically say some of us church women, Christian women, here's a couple of things. Number one, his spirituality. Sometimes we as Christian women, we don't know what that truly looks like. We're looking at the surface. We're looking at, does he go to church? Does he know any scripture? Is he even, willing to pray? Those are all good things. However, those are not the only markers of whether this is truly a man of God. Okay? Those are not the only markers. And sometimes Christian women can get messed up by either being deceived by those basic stats and they're not using their discernment because maybe they're already like into the guy and want to believe that this is, he is what he's presenting to be. Okay. Or it can be the other extreme because he's not knocking down the church doors every time they open, because he doesn't know the Bible cover to cover, that he may be disqualified by some Christian women because they say, well, he's not spiritually mature enough. But he actually may be not only a believer, but be a man of God where he has the character of God. He has the character of God. He has the character of Christ. So we have to be very careful about how we're interpreting things. That's why we have to be also very prayerful to use discernment, okay? Because a man can be actually more of a man of God than the one that's beating down the church doors every time they open. That man that may be beating down the church doors may be the biggest hoe you've ever met in your life, okay? But you don't see it because he's in the church, okay? So we got to be careful with that. The other thing that I think women in general, single women sometimes, and I know men have their things as well, but right now I'm just talking to women, the things that we kind of get caught up in, like the 666s, 6 feet, 6 figures, 6-pack, or whatever the other 6 is for you, okay? Sometimes we are so focused on these basic stats and we add the word quality or high value to someone that has these 3 characteristics or these 3 whatevers. And that man may actually be a low quality man because he has low character. He may treat you like trash. But he's 6 feet. He's 6'2". He's 6'4". He may be making 6 figures, but he also treats you like trash. He's indifferent towards you. He thinks you can't tell him anything because he makes a lot of money and all he has to do is, throw a bag your way or take you on a trip or anything like that. He doesn't respect you as an equal. So sometimes when we are focusing on these basic stats and we're attaching words like high value or high quality to it, we're actually sending our own selves off with that mindset. So keep that in mind because there are a lot of narratives out here, right? And I don't want to paint the picture that every man that has those 666s, that he's a trash dude, But I will say the men that have those stats, they do have to fight against having this arrogant, prideful mindset because of the narratives that are out here that tells them that they're the top of the totem pole and that basically, they can do whatever they want to or they can have whoever they want to because they are the most desirable. Well, for women who are mature, specifically spiritually mature, then they will not be looking at those basic stats alone and putting more value on that than they should. What is more valuable is when a man is presenting high character, a submission to God, okay? He is submitted to God. He knows whatever he has, whether it's, first of all, nobody has anything to do with their height. So I don't even know why that's on the list. The fact that a man is 6 feet means nothing except for he looks a certain way or he presents a certain way. And here's the other thing I always thought about. Why is it that women prefer, in general, in a broad statement, prefer men who are taller? And I think there's something kind of primal about it. There's something in our subconscious that's attaching that to protection. In our mind, if he's bigger, then he is more prone to be able to protect us. Well, that is also a fallacy. There are some men who are 6 feet, 6 or whatever, that are the biggest cowards walking around. There's a man that has many less inches on him in terms of height and has 10 times the courage and the character than that man does, even on just a protection level. Like this dude over here that may be 5'10", 5'8", whatever the case may be, he may actually be the bigger protector and more equipped and prone to protect you over some man who is scary, who has the 6 feet plus. Okay? So I kind of went off on a tangent there, but I think that when we're looking at how men present when they are actually pursuing, a man who is pursuing you as a man, that he wants a committed monogamous relationship, he is actually clear. There will not be this the word. It's not ambiguous. You'll know, because he's going to let you know. He's going to either tell you directly, listen, I'm dating intentionally and my focus is on you. This is what I desire and I am looking at you. He'll say some variation of that. You will not be having to guess what he's thinking about, what his intentions are. He will be very clear on his intentions. If he is not, you need to question whether he's truly pursuing you. And when I say question, I'm not saying that you need to be questioning him. You need to take everything that he's giving you, including what he's saying and what he's doing, and you need to determine what his intentions are. And yes, that can also be a direct conversation, but I'm not a huge fan of especially too soon, a woman like initiating that whole, what are we doing, when you already know. Now, if there's mixed signals, that's another thing. But when you already know, because the man is not giving you pretty much any energy except for when he's ready to sleep with you. If the man is not actually dating you, i.e. dating is not in the house. Dating is you all are going out somewhere. And you did not hear me say he's spending a bunch of money. I said dating is out somewhere. He's not sitting up in your house on your couch eating your food. If a man is sitting up in your house and just want to come over and kick it with you, he's not dating you. He's coming over to your crib with the hopes that something is going to pop off. But he's not taking you out and spending time with you, trying to get to know you. If also all you all are doing is sitting up watching TV or doing something where you're not exchanging words and ideas, that is not getting to know someone. A man who is pursuing you for a committed monogamous relationship that could potentially lead to marriage, he is intentional about getting to know you, which means he's communicating with you. And it's not on a surface level. Okay? There's more, but I'm going to stop it there. What do you all think? What are some ways that are indicators to you that a man is pursuing you as for a committed monogamous relationship? And gentlemen, you can chime in on this. I love it when y'all chime in. Please let us know what are some indicators, okay? And what are not some indicators. And let me tell you what's not an indicator. him sleeping with you. Him sleeping with you does not mean that he is pursuing you. That means he's sleeping with you. Okay? Y'all subscribe. All right. Bye.